The business just keeps rolling, folks. It's not perfect, and we have our hiccups and we have our ups and downs, but I'll tell you, my question to you today, and this is the big question of the episode today, is, are you able to take a break? Does your office run without you?
Originating from deep inside the Rocky Mountains, transported through the power of the internet, and arriving inside your tiny earbuds. It's the Appraiser Coach Podcast.
Minisode.
And another quick mini-sode for you today, folks. I'm actually just pulled over to the side of the road, got my handy-dandy mic with me. It's not going to be as great of quality as you're used to, but and there's a little bit of peripheral noise out there. It's a little warm today. I'm right in the sun, and so I've got the windows cracked, and there is a little bit of traffic noise. So I apologize to you up front. But have a couple thoughts on my mind I'd like to share with you. Hang tight. First, want to remind you, of course, we are sponsored by Anow Software. Anow being the software that I use to manage my appraisal office. What does it mean to manage my appraisal office? That means to keep track, folks, of everything that's going on from start to finish. That's Anow Software. Find them at anow.com/coach. One more time, it's anow.com/coach. Well, folks, today we're talking about taking regular breaks, actually. Talking about doing some things that may be a little bit off of your wheelhouse, meaning it's not something that you possibly do all the time. But something that I would highly, highly, highly recommend. I've always been a fan of work hard, play hard, okay? And what that means to me is there is a time to work, and when you are working, you are productive and you're accomplishing many, many things. But then there's that time when it's time to step back and say, you know what? There's some other opportunities here, and you might be missing out on some opportunities. I want you to step back for just a minute and ask yourself, why is it that you got into this wonderful profession of being a real estate appraiser in the first place? Why is it that you got into this? Now, some of you are going to say, well, Dustin, I just kind of fell into it. It's something my mommy did, and it was very easy for me to find a mentor, obviously, and it is what's happened. Folks, that's my story. My father was an appraiser. I absolutely refused to be an appraiser until it was the best opportunity for me in college, and I've stuck with it ever since. I found I loved it. I really enjoyed it, and I thrive in it. But one of the big reasons I became a real estate appraiser was this whole notion, this idea, sometimes pie in the sky idea, of being your own boss, of being able to make your own hours, to being able to work what you want to work, of being able to find that the success that you have is completely and fully dependent on you and not someone else. I tell you, those things are pretty cool, pretty amazing. But for many of us, they're kind of just an illusion. They're kind of just an idea, a philosophy, and they don't really, really happen. And that's too bad. It's really too bad. And the reason it's too bad is because the reasons you got into this in the beginning should be the reasons why you continue. Now, I'm going to tell you a couple stories when we come back from the break. I'm also going to share with you a resource that I think you'll really, really like. It's a book that I've really enjoyed reading. But I want to pause here first and remind you we're sponsored by Anow Software. Anow, of course, is another thing you're going to really, really enjoy. If you're not using Anow Software, folks, I really, really honestly don't know what you're waiting for. Now, some of you are saying, well, Dustin, it's costly. I can just use Google Sheets. I can use Excel to keep track of everything. Okay, I did that. Been there, done that. Folks, I'll be completely honest with you, okay? Testimonials aside, paid endorsements aside, I was really skeptical of Anow Software, and it was because of the cost. These guys approached me. They wanted me to use it. They wanted me to endorse them, and I said, guys, I'm not going to pay that kind of money. I can use Excel. I can use Google Sheets. I don't need to pay that kind of money to keep track of my appraisal stuff. Folks, if you are on the fence, I want you to take just a minute, and I want you to try out their demo. Take just a moment to try out their demo. And I'll tell you, you will be, as I was, blown away at all they can do. It is not just a spreadsheet program, folks, and it is not a cost to me anymore. It is an investment. It's anow.com/coach. One more time, anow.com/coach. All right, folks, we are back. We're talking today about why you became an appraiser in the first place, but more importantly, are you taking time on a regular basis to rest, to relax, to do some R&R? I'll be honest with you, folks. I'm sitting here. I'm in a cul-de-sac. I tried to find kind of a quiet street, found out that it was a little bit more busy than I anticipated. So I apologize for the background noise a little bit today, but I'm sitting in a cul-de-sac, and literally 10 minutes ago, I was sitting in a movie theater, and it is 3:07 p.m. on a Wednesday. That's right. That's pretty regular practice for me. That's my dirty little secret. Not many people know about that. Okay, a lot of people know about it because I got a podcast, right? That's my dirty little vice, if you will. It's my getaway. I love movies. I always have. I've always enjoyed them, and I love the movie theater experience. It's not just about Netflix for me, although I enjoy some Netflix things going on, but to me, it's about the experience of getting out, getting in a theater, getting in the dark, in the middle of the day, and yes, I go to movies by myself. I sometimes take a friend, I sometimes take my wife, I sometimes take my kids, but I don't mind being in a theater all alone. I know it's weird. I know I'm creepy, but I'll tell you, it's fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy that. I enjoy a little golf. There's some other things that I enjoy, just getting out and hiking and getting in wilderness. But man, on a regular basis, I take time out to go to the movies. It's my way of R&R, and I did that today. And the business didn't stop. It kept moving. We did 8 inspections today through the course of the office. I did a couple. Scott did many. Thank you, Scott. And the business just keeps rolling, folks. And it's not perfect, and we have our hiccups and we have our ups and downs. But I'll tell you, my question to you today, and this is the big question of the episode today, is: are you able to take a break? Does your office run without you? Can you remove yourself and rejuvenate yourself and do something different? I'll tell you, there's a lot of people that really, really, really struggle with the idea of taking breaks. They really struggle. My wife, she's probably not going to mind me saying this about her. She's a workaholic. She's a perfectionist, and I pretty much have to kick her out the door. Say, babe, take a break. Get out of here. And she'll be like, I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what I would do with a break. I'm like, hon, you've got to have some hobbies. You got to have some things that you like to do. You got to be able to do things that will rejuvenate your soul. Okay. And it may not be movies for you, and it may not be whatever. It may just be a break, whatever that is. Walk down the street, whatever. Take a break. Are you able to take days off? For the last many years, as I can remember, 2-3 years now, I've been taking Fridays off. And I'll tell you, it has been huge for me. Absolutely been amazing for me. I take Fridays off. I'm off Saturdays. I'm off Sundays. And Mondays are my planning days. And I'll tell you, it's been awesome. Folks, if you don't want to take my word for it, there is a scientific principle. It is proven time and time again that when you take breaks, you actually become more productive. Now, there's a line, there's a limit, there's with anything, there's overkill. But I'll tell you, if you want any proof at all with real life documentation, there's a great book out there, by Alex Sujung Kim Peng. Okay, just type in REST, R-E-S-T. The full name of the book is Rest: Why You Get More Done When You Work Less. And Peng, P-A-N-G is the last name. Right now, I'm looking at it on Amazon Prime. Paperback is $11.59. Okay, it's a great book. Well, it's a good book. I'll tell you that. It's not a great book because basically I knew all the stuff in the book, not all the stuff, but it basically supported where my bias was anyway. But it was great to get the scientific back for what I believed already. And that is, if you are overwhelmed, if you are overstressed, if you are not able to live your life, would you please step back and take a break? Please step back and take a break. I just came off of a 5-day camping trip with my 2 boys and some friends. We try to travel on a pretty regular basis as a family. I've been guilty of working too hard as well, but I've learned my lesson, folks. I really have. I've learned that if I don't take regular breaks for myself, that I just go stir crazy. And I'm going to highly encourage you today to take my advice, take some time off, take some time back, step back, and enjoy your life again. Remember why it is that you started appraising in the first place. You are your own boss. Act like it. Folks, speaking of becoming your own boss, I want to introduce you to a new package that we have on my website. The new package is, and I'll tell you where this came from. We've had multiple people who have joined the All-Star team, the Appraiser Academy, what have you, and they say, I just want to be where Dustin is. And I really appreciate all this great information, but I just want some more personal coaching and mentoring. And so what we've done is we put together some coaching packages, and they're coaching packages of, I believe, like 5 sessions with me or 10 sessions with me. You can choose. And basically we start out with a vision session where we sit down and this isn't something you need to travel for. We can do this over the phone. I love to do it over Zoom meeting. So kind of a Skype thing so I can actually see you and talk to you. But what we do is we set out what your goals are, where you want to be in the next 2 to 3 years, and where you are now. And we really, really dig into your business. And every time we meet, you've set some goals. You either accomplish them or not. And we tweak a little bit and we revamp and we move forward. And I'll tell you, I've been able to utilize this a couple times now. And it's been a great, great thing for appraisers to be able to just move them along, to really answer that question of, hey, I just want someone to hold my hand through the process and get from where I'm at to where Dustin is. And we can do it. We can do it very, very quickly. Within just a couple months, we can move you along that space, if you will, closer to what your vision is for your company. Hope you will join me. I really enjoy these sessions. They are one-on-one. They're just you and I, and it is a lot of fun. Would love to do more of these with you, listeners, so please reach out to me. Just go to my website, theappraisercoach.com, theappraisercoach.com, go to the products page, and if you can't find it there, just shoot an email to Lee. Her name is Lee. Lee Clay is my assistant. Her email address is theassistant@theappraisercoach.com. Hope you'll join me soon.
You've been listening to the Appraiser Coach podcast with Dustin Harris. If you like what you hear, please give us a 5-star rating and post a short review on iTunes. For more in-depth insider information on how you can make more money as a real estate appraiser, visit theappraisercoach.com and sign up for the All-Star team today. Thanks for joining us. And now, get out there and create some value.
Editor, you're going to have to pause here because I got a big tractor coming past. Sorry. And I got to blow my nose. Sorry about that. I'm sure that was lovely on your side. And I need a drink. Yes, I could hit pause on the microphone, but what fun is that, right?